beautiful Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for June 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, this is your monthly reading for June. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But what's really unusual about your reading is that I'm seeing a snowflake in the water. And I've just done a Libra reading, and they also showed me a snowflake right at the beginning of the reading. And what's unusual is that I rarely get the same image for the same, different sign. So very unusual. So not unless you have Libra placements. Maybe it's that you need to hear the same message that goes along with the image of a snowflake. So it can mean on a spiritual level that you are very unique and that you have a very individual set of skills or gift, talent that you have not fully tapped into just yet, but you may focus on in the month of June. You may rediscover parts of yourself that you really want to make progress on. Or it could also indicate that there is a very unique opportunity headed in your direction, or even that there is a delicate situation that you have to deal with and you will find a resolution to it. I mean, it could be literal that there is going to be a unusual or unseasonal snowstorm where you're at. So anything's possible in this crazy old world right now. But it's unusual for an image to show up in 2 readings back to back, the same one. So I don't know. You obviously need to hear it, otherwise it wouldn't show up for me. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. Also, you may notice that I'm in a different room in my apartment. I've had to take myself back down the hall because they are now doing major demolition work across from me, and it is super noisy. So I've just got myself some noise or soundproof screens just to limit the interruptions, shall we say. Now, just to let you know, June is a major month full of astrological events, the main one being planet of passion and power, Pluto. It moves into the sign of Capricorn, or should I say it retrogrades back into the sign of Capricorn, because it was there that it moved into Aquarius and now it's retrograding back into Capricorn. Now, this is extremely important when it comes to business and politics. And normally I don't talk about politics, but the energy is there, so I do have to mention it. I will mention it briefly. Whenever I try to look into politics with, my, like all-seeing eye that I have, the energy that I tap into, it actually hurts one side of my face. I mean, it probably hurts everybody to think about politics and people who, I just realized there's your snowflake, okay? They were showing me in the water. So obviously there's a very important message for you there. I don't tend to look at the cards until I'm touching them to read the energy. We will come to that in a moment. I'll just get the rest of the cards for you. It just indicates, I love it when it comes out because it just indicates that I'm not just doing the cards, I'm actually seeing images for you that are very relevant to your journey to pay attention to. Anyway, back to the politics thing. Yeah, I'm sure it hurts us all to think about it, but I will let you know what it involves for the next 8 to 10 months, really. You can probably see it yourself, but things are shifting. In particular, on a financial scale, we will see businesses cutting back or streamlining their expenses. And we will all collectively feel that energy. We'll feel the pinch as it moves through Capricorn because this time period influences us to watch our budgets, okay? But it's also a perfect time to capitalize on your skills and make more money. So there is a positive as well as a negative attached to this element or this alignment. Now, in terms of governments, you will see major restructures and certain people voted out, shall we say, and in some countries of the world, governments even brought down if needed. Now, Pluto is in the sign of Capricorn right up until January 2024. So we will see major shifts. It may not be on a localized scale for you, but definitely keep an eye on structures going on around the world. There's definitely some upheaval starred for the next couple of months when it comes to governments. Also, this is a perfect time to really get focused on your goals, because this is a prime time to achieve whatever it is you set out to do with that very intense Capricorn energy. Now, of course, Pluto is all about getting rid of dead wood. So on a personal level, you will feel compelled to declutter your life, starting with, you know, your body, mind, and soul. So eradicating any negative foods, or getting better sleeping patterns, or implementing self-care routines or exercise plans. Also, you may start really at the home space. So you may think about decluttering items or doing a bit of DIY. Or, they want me to go again. Excuse me, so I will. You may think about doing a bit of DIY or just revamping areas, restructuring, changing things around, measuring things up to see if you can shift the space around to create a little bit more space, shall we say. And also, some of you may change your approach to your career if you are working at the moment, and if you're not, you'll definitely strategize to open yourself up to new options, implementing new ideas, attracting promotions, more money, clients, and contracts. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, this is a perfect time for you to, you know, either network. I mean, I hate that word. I bristle with that word, but I feel like you will find yourself in situations to meet new people or new clients organically. I don't feel it's forced. Also, it's a perfect time to really attract more attention or promote your work as well. Now, we do have a full moon that enters the sign of Sagittarius, and that's on the 4th of June. It's a great time to get clear on your direction, make a positive adjustment to align yourself with all that you desire. Look at that Ace of Swords, lots of wonderful new ideas. You're literally communicating to the universe what you desire, and you're going to have it delivered for you as well. Now, also, this moon is called the strawberry moon. It's a moon that attracts abundance, prosperity, and good luck. So it is a perfect time to tap into that energy that's available to the collective. Sorry, they did want that card. In order to achieve whatever it is that you've been working hard towards. I would say it's a perfect time to set an intention board or write something down, things that you want to visualize for your future and watch it become a reality in your physical world. Also, if you're looking for love, there is a wonderful alignment between Venus and Pluto, and it brings a deeper love if you're looking, if you're currently single and looking for love. I mean, I definitely see an attraction, a high level commitment there for you. And if you're in a partnership, this time period reignites your passion for your partner and deepens your connection. Now, I have to say, when I was lighting this candle here to start the reading for you, the flame was so intense. It literally sped up so quickly, and it almost like burnt my fingers. Like, I just struck the match and was like, and then the flame just flew up, and I was like, wow. And it's just a normal, regular match. So I really felt the energy in your reading that June is going to be a power pack kind of month where, you know, you are dynamic. There's a lot of magnetic energy about you. You're bringing a lot of energy to the month, and you're going to get a lot of stuff done. So very, very productive, very busy month, but also a very passionate month as well, if you are looking to find someone new. Now, or even if you're in a partnership as well. I do have to make you aware, I'm only telling you these things because I'm shuffling the cards and it takes some time. These are major alignments that may influence you. Just to let you know, there is a major new moon in Gemini on the 18th of June. Now, there is a positive and a negative to this, okay? So I will tell you the positive first. It's a great time to really check in with your inner narrative. So if you've been a little bit hard on yourself or extra critical, this is a time to be aware of it, to catch yourself at it so that you can prevent it or stop it in action. You'll actually feel more compassionate for yourself. You're going to feel a bit more proud of the journey that you've had. And I feel like you're going to look at how far you've come and realize that actually mentally, you've done a good job. Okay, there's been a lot of things going on. We've all been trying to navigate upheaval and change. The last 3 years have been crazy. Nobody knew where they were at, what was going on. And I really feel that even though some things are still up in the air, some things are coming back to some sort of normal or reality. Things are beyond changed. So I really feel like you're trying to find your place in all of that. And I feel you need to be aware that actually you've done a good job, okay? And you are who you are, and step into that power and acknowledge that, okay? Now, the negative is when we move through this moon, in particular, it is called a void of course moon. Okay, so it's course moon and it's a void energy. So basically it's when nothing happens. Okay, it just feels a little bit dead wood energy. On the 18th, you may feel a little bit more sensitive than usual, but it just feels like you're coasting, or you may feel just a little bit like confused or lost during this period. Now, it lasts not very long, okay? It's the peak of that moon, and basically it's not a good time to start anything. Don't launch any businesses, sign any contracts, do any relocating. If you can avoid it, that would be great, okay? But I say that 11 hours after the peak of that moon is then a perfect time to get moving on stuff, because then we have an alignment between Saturn and Jupiter. Jupiter is, of course, the planet of good luck, expansion, and opportunity. And it conjuncts the North Node. So anything that you are focused on, your true calling, your prosperity, that's when you get a push from the universe to accomplish whatever it is that you set out to do. Things just work out perfectly for you. So there's good luck, good fortune, and prosperity 11 hours after the peak of the 18th of June, okay, when that new moon in Gemini occurs. So then it's a good time for new beginnings, restructuring, signing contracts, moving, launching, whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, even buying like property or electronic stuff, you know, just do it after that period. I mean, do it before the 18th as well, but just on that 18th, just watch that energy, okay? Now, your first card here is the Mountain, and you may have been struggling with something. You may have found that you've had low energy recently, or you just felt you have excess energy and it doesn't go anywhere, so it almost feels like it's a bit stagnant or stifled. It says here obstacles, delays, resistance, struggles, difficulties, blockages, stalled, opposition, okay? And we've also got the Whip, and we've got the Snowflake. So this indicates here that things have been in a bit of a repetitive cycle, and some of you may have been very strict with yourself. You want to get something done, okay? You may have even felt like there were time constraints, that, you know, there's always something going on. You've got a Two of Pentacles here, so I feel like you've been super busy. You're always on the go. It's like, it's almost like you're running on empty. You know you've got a lot of responsibilities. I feel you're wondering when is your time to get abundance or prosperity, or even get a break, catch a break from the universe. Well, June is really the month to do it. I definitely see things working in your favor. And some of you may have been yearning for a little bit more spontaneity, a little bit more excitement in your world, because it just seems to be the same old thing, just a different day, repetitive cycle, routine, and you're dedicated and committed to something, which is wonderful. But when we do something and it becomes second nature, and we're really like great at what we do, you know, it becomes a little bit difficult to keep things fresh. Also, you know, sometimes a little bit boredom sets in. You know, when they say people who are super intelligent, they tend to struggle with life because you know, they need to try and keep things interesting, but because they are so super intelligent, they you know, they find it hard to be satisfied, because there's nothing that is really inspiring them or challenging them, because they've reached a certain level. And you are very intelligent. You are of the mind. I always say that you have a beautiful supercomputer of a brain. So it takes a lot to keep you interested. It takes a lot to keep you, you know, challenged in the right way and stimulated, basically. So I feel some of you, especially if you're doing something the same every day, it's going to get a little bit challenging, and you may feel a little bit stifled or frustrated, because you know you're working towards something, but at the same time you're looking for the rewards, you're looking for the physical evidence that you're on the right path. And if you're not being shown that at this present moment, I feel things start to get a little bit rigid for you, or it's almost like, it's not that you're becoming avoidant. It's something, it's like you, I don't know how to express the energy here. There's something that I'm trying to connect to, but I can't find the words. it's almost like you know you need to do something and you know that it will benefit you and you do enjoy it really, but it seems to be the same old thing. So it's almost like you'd rather just have an extra snooze in bed and put the alarm on for a little while longer. You're like, you know what, just a little bit more. I'm just tired. I'm just, it can wait. I just get this sense of you're still going to do it. You still got the responsibilities and you're still excited to move forward and make progress. But part of you is like, here we are again. Let's get up and do this. But I feel this month you're going to find a fresh new approach or new ideas of how to approach things in a different way that makes you feel more excited about what you do. I hope that makes sense, okay? Now, we do have Saturn, and we've also got Lilith planet here, so you're very hard on yourself, you're very critical on yourself, and this month I feel like you're learning to have a little bit more compassion for yourself, most certainly, okay? I do feel like the power is in your hands, and it's really interesting that I was talking about that flame. Look at the flame. There's a flame in that figure's hands as well. So I do feel that this month there's a lot more vitality, there's a lot more energy to tap into, and I feel that really comes from you putting your own needs first, looking at your diet, looking at your exercise routines, and looking at cutting out anything that drains you, okay? Even restructuring your home space and opening up to either a little bit more light or a little bit more space, I feel gives you that extra freedom that you need, or that extra freshness that you need. So it can be small changes that you're making. Some of you are making very large changes, but I definitely see that change is needed here to keep things fresh. Now, we've got the whip. Okay, now the whip, of course, is about being very strict on yourself, but it says here pain, conflict, anger, redo something, tension. It could also be fights or arguments between somebody. Some of you may even feel like you've been punished by the universe. You may have felt that everything you turn your hand to isn't going your way at the moment, but we do have the Wheel of Fortune here. So the universe is actually a benevolent force. In June, I feel it makes itself known, and you have a lot more good luck and fortune this month as well, okay? Now, for some of you, there may be a Capricorn, Aquarius, or a Scorpio energy, someone that perhaps you haven't been seeing eye to eye with. Now, this could be someone in your working environment. It could be in a relationship or a friendship. It could even be a sibling. So please take it as it resonates. This person is very stubborn, okay? They are very set in their ways, and they are not going to change, okay? Which is it's unfortunate that they're not going to change. I mean, many, many years from now, they may come round. They may actually thaw out a little bit, shall we say, but I really get that this person is quite stuck in their ways. I feel like you're taking a step back from the situation, okay, and you're actually focusing on your own stability. Now, it doesn't have to be those signs in particular. I just feel like there's someone here who has been difficult to deal with. So it could be a boss, it could be someone in the neighborhood, it could even be like a member of the community, and they've just been like a bugbear for you. I do feel this will get resolved, but the way it gets resolved right now is that you just go your own way and do your own thing, and it gives them something to think about, okay? It gives them something. It's almost like they come round, but they are quite stubborn and stuck. The more you push or the more you try to find a resolution, this person is going to dig their heels even more into the ground. Okay, so I feel like this person is a very tough cookie that you're dealing with, and I feel like they've been very challenged in life, and they have had people take advantage of their kindness, and they felt undervalued. So they've created a very tough exterior where no one gets in. Okay, and they almost, in spite of themselves, really dig their heels in because they don't want anyone to control them. Even if you're giving like the slightest suggestion, or even if you're just trying to embrace them and say, you know what, I'm on your side. This person always, they've got this independent thing that is from childhood. Okay, so I'm just mentioning it. That's not going to resonate for everyone, but that's coming through very strongly. I mean, it could even be a parent or a guardian, because we do have parental figures showing up in your reading. So I'm not being given exactly who this person is, but they tend to, yeah, they're very introverted as well. So anyway, so they're not really, and why I've mentioned that is because they're not really going to voice their opinions. They're actually going to be quite, they may approach the situation with sharpness, but they don't speak so much. They don't articulate how they're really feeling is what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to move on from that. We do have snowflake, so it's relevant because it showed up in the water before the card came out. And it says different, unique, fragile, clarity, impermanence, individuality and complexity. And anything that has been at a standstill, you're getting a boost of energy from the universe. You're getting the gift of good luck this month in order to break through any stagnant situations, something that you're not going to give up on, but you may have thought about giving up on because you may have felt that there's no movement, or you may have felt that it's stalled. I definitely see that the universe lets you know that you're on the right track and that you're in the law of attraction this month. Thoughts are becoming things, but something may be frozen. I mean, it could be even a relationship that's frozen. Maybe this is the same sort of person I'm talking about. Some of you may have been going through a separation or a divorce, and communication has not been forthcoming. I feel by you taking a step back and really just focusing on you, it quickens the pace where this person kind of comes round. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing there. Okay. I'm going to move away from that energy. But the snowflake energy, I really feel that there is a very unique talent or gift that you have that you will reconsider or revisit this month. And it could even turn into something very financially lucrative for you. But I don't feel you start off that way. I feel it's something that you enjoy doing. It gives you pleasure is what they're showing me. But I feel you could be in business mode in the next couple of months because you realize that you're really good at it. You really love it. And people also love it. So whatever it is, because I feel like it could turn into a service or something that people want. Okay, so it's something to think about for sure. Now, the protagonist energy, you are in the law of attraction, but also the Wheel of Fortune can represent a cycle. You may feel that it's the same old cycle. Now, of course, the Wheel of Fortune represents the both good and bad. We have ups and downs in life, and I feel like you've faced both ups and downs, but your luck is changing, okay? Some of you may have been questioning your destiny, your true path, and some of you have been trying to open yourself up to new ideas and having a bit of a breakthrough because you may have felt that you've been pushed and pulled in many different directions and you've just been busy and on the go. You haven't had a time to stop and really think about the next part of your path. They're actually showing me a pocket watch in the water. Okay, I mean, some of you may have just bought a pocket watch. Sometimes these symbols are literal. It may be that you will see a pocket watch or an image of a snowflake in the next 6 weeks. They may be on a billboard, or someone has one on them, or a tattoo, or it can appear anywhere in your life, and it indicates it's time for change. Also, they're giving me that time is precious. It must be savored. And they're also giving me prosperity and success is yours for the taking. It's on its way. But you must take time out to reflect on a situation before you take a leap of faith. Some of you also may feel that you've had some deadlines that you've had to adhere to. Now, these deadlines could be like having to pay a bill, or having to turn in a project, or you've got to fill in a form or an application for something at a certain time. I definitely see that you're going to hit the mark on that. There's something here that's time sensitive for you. Watch out for that. I do see that in the nick of time, you'll remember it. Maybe even this reading will trigger you to remember it. There's something that has a time-sensitive date. I mean, it could be something that's running out. It could be a visa. It could be a passport. It could be a driver's license. It could be anything. Something needs your attention, okay, because it's time-sensitive. So I'm just going to leave it like that. It'll probably, give you a little nudge in the right direction. But right now, you're thinking about what makes you happy and what path should you follow to find more of that happiness. The Ace of Swords, there's going to be a month of major breakthroughs across the board. You're going to see the law of karma coming in as well to help you with the law of synchronicity. They're actually giving me 1212 at the moment for you as well. So you may see that number quite heavily over the next 6 weeks. It indicates major change, but it also indicates that you're right on track. You're being guided to your destination or wherever it is you want to go, okay? Also, whenever you see it, look it up because it will mean something different at every moment that you see it. And these are messages given by your guides, okay? Now, the Ace of Swords indicates things are going to be at a quicker pace this month. and there are lots of meaningful coincidences, lots of surprises, lots of things just turning up out of the blue. Now, there may be a communication here from someone that perhaps you haven't seen for a while, someone that you'd given up on almost as a friendship. I mean, I feel it's a friendship rather than a love relationship, but it could be love. I'm just not picking up that vibe right now. But I do feel you will hear from someone that you haven't heard from in a while. You may feel a bit defensive about hearing from this person, depends on how you left it. But this person, they extend an olive branch this month. It's not the person who's been very, very difficult. It's not the person who's been like stubborn. It's not that person, it's a different person, okay? I'm going to move on from that energy as well because I feel that's very precise. But lots of new ideas. Some of you may be starting something new. It could be a new project. This is a card of responsibility. And you've got the Emperor there as well. So a lot of you may have felt there's been a heavy weight on your shoulders, and you're the sort of person who does the right thing, and you have the courage of your convictions. Any ideas or any thoughts that you have, you stand by them because they are yours and you are unique. With the Ace of Swords, you may do something with words or speech this month, could give a presentation or write something down. Some of you may even start journaling this month. You may even be writing like a screenplay or a book, or you may be having ideas about putting your thoughts onto the page that will actually help others in the long run. I feel some of you may even think about writing a book in the future, and you may be writing down ideas right now of things that come to your mind. Your thoughts are becoming things, so I definitely see you being in the law of attraction. But the Ace of Swords really is, any conflict, you're getting mental clarity, you're getting a solution to it as well. And some of you, if you've been waiting for a procedure, a surgery or something like that, you may hear about it. If you've waited for a long time, you may suddenly get a letter or, a date to have that. I definitely see you healing, okay, needing to take some time out to recharge your batteries. And during that time, I feel like you'll do a lot of thinking about your true life's purpose, your prosperity path, and the mission that you feel called to achieve. It will give you lots of new ideas of how to approach situations that perhaps have been a little bit stagnant. With the Two of Pentacles, yeah, very busy month. I know you probably, some of you may like to hear that, and other people are like, oh no, really? But I feel this time around you've got the vitality and the energy and the dynamism, is that the word? Yeah. And the magnetism to accomplish, but also attract new opportunities and new rewards as well. The Two of Pentacles is also about finding balance, finding, fun in what you do, or at least scheduling in time. Maybe that's what the pocket watch was also about, a need to schedule in time, organize your time to do things so that they don't build up on you, and that you have time to do things that you love, or at least personal things that you want to do. So for example, if you're in a career right now and you're like busy, you have a lot of projects on, coming home in the evening and seeing that the dishes are piling up, or the place is a mess and you're like, oh gosh, I got to do more stuff. Sometimes things can get on top of us, and one day you can be like completely on it and it doesn't feel like you've done stuff you're just really loving doing, and other times you just think, oh, not today, I'll do it tomorrow, and it starts to build up. But I feel this month you're going to be very productive. You're just going to get loads of stuff done, and it's not going to feel like you are doing it. It's just going to be like done. You're ticking off things on your list. Also, the Two of Pentacles can indicate that suddenly you'll have a breakthrough on something you need to decide. With the Ace of Swords, it indicates you get sudden clarity on a decision that you have to make, and suddenly you know the way forward. The Two of Pentacles is really about flexibility and adaptability. There are lots of changes going on in the world, and maybe even on a personal level, and things are actually going to develop in very unexpected and very positive ways. One way or another, you are bringing your dreams or your goals into a reality. You are currently manifesting in the material world. Thanks so much, I'm so grateful. They're giving me this sentence. I want to get it correct because it feels quite profound. Sometimes when we're going through a very dark period, we may feel like we're buried, but it is then that we are planted. So you'll grow from this situation, and you will break through any difficult or experiences that are causing you hardship, and you will prosper, you will blossom. Okay, so this is a very profound sentence. I mean, maybe I heard this years and years ago, but they're actually giving that to me right now for you. So you may see that sentence somewhere. I'm not sure if it's a quote. Maybe it's someone who's very inspirational has said this in the past. I'm not really sure. Somewhere in the back of my mind, it's like I've heard this before, but this is what they're giving me right now. So if you are going through a difficult time, I definitely see things getting easier for you. Now, I definitely see if you're in the working environment, you're stepping into a promotion, a raise, or some sort of job that brings in more responsibility, but also more money. Okay, when I'm looking at your finances, I see that, if I'm honest, I'm seeing here that it's a bit easy come, easy go, or, well, it's not so easy to come by. I feel like you're working really hard for it, but I feel like, you know, as soon as it's in the bank, perhaps you're paying out bills and things like that. So it feels very much like money is a bit transient for you at the moment. I do see that you're going to be a little bit stricter with your finances this month, and I do see that there is more available to you. Now, this could come in the form of a raise or promotion. So I'm going to pull a quick card on that because I do see more money coming for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify for my beautiful Virgos anything about finances? Five of Swords, so a little bit of tension. King of Pentacles, yeah, there's more money coming. 10 of Pentacles, yeah. Justice, okay. So, I mean, they are indicating with the Justice card that, you know, the effort that you put in, you will be rewarded for it, and you are attracting more abundance. I mean, I asked for more confirmation on finances coming your way because you've started at the 2 of Pentacles and you're going to a King and a 10. So that means you're attracting a lot of affluence, but, you know, you're enterprising, you are moving on up. Whether that's the career ladder or the investments that you've made, they will come to fruition, and you're finding perfect circumstances for you to attract more. Okay, so I definitely see more money coming on in. The Justice card, some of you may sign a contract. I mean, some of you may even, and I don't like to talk about this, but if you've come to this reading and you've had a bereavement of someone close to you, firstly, I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love. I know you'd rather have the person here with you, but some of you, you may have to deal with some sort of inheritance, yeah, or, you know, a legacy, yeah, inheritance, things like that. You may have to deal with that, and it's going to be difficult, and you'll have to be, unfortunately, you'll have to try and find that logical part of your brain that detaches so that you can actually focus on it. It is going to be difficult, but I do see that perhaps there'll be some money coming towards you or some acquisitions coming towards you. And again, I know you'd rather have the person, because the 5 of Swords says, you know, it's nice to have the finances, but at what cost? So I definitely see that there is a little bit of tension there with that. But for the rest of you, I want you to not worry. I don't see anyone passing here. What I see is only if you've experienced a bereavement before you came to this reading, there could be some release of inheritance or something that you'll have to deal with, paperwork and things like that. But for the rest of you, I feel definitely that this is karma, okay? You're getting what you truly deserve. When you get the Justice card, it means the effort that you put in, there will be a knock-on effect, you know, like the butterfly effect. Cause and effect is what they're giving me. So I feel like it's a win-win situation. You'll get what you put in, you'll get it out tenfold, okay? Now, some of you may be setting up your own business. King of Pentacles is an entrepreneur as well as the Emperor. Some of you may be stepping into leadership roles that will bring more money. If you've got your eye on you know, more finances or leveling up, I definitely see that you're attracting it, okay? There is wealth on its way. Now, some of you with the Emperor in this position, if you're in a career at the moment, you may have been dealing with someone who tries to abuse their power, who tries to micromanage you. With the 7 of Wands and the 6 of Wands, I'm really feeling hold true to your vision, stand your ground. You will stand out as being someone who is very talented, very gifted, and an asset to the team. So I see that this person, they tend to try and micromanage everybody because they don't feel secure in their position, and they see you and other people as a threat to their power or their position. This person, I feel, will leave eventually. I see that they will quit. They will give their notice, and I feel the position may be available. And I feel that some of you may, I see that there is a position available for you, but you may not step into that exact position. I feel the position may be similar, but it's changed somehow, okay? It's a little bit more creative. It's a little bit less formal, and I really get this sense that you're able to express yourself and be your wonderful, unique self in this position, okay? For those of you who are not retired, who are not working and are retired, the Emperor energy can indicate that some of you have been missing routine, or you felt now that you don't have a schedule, you're thinking about implementing one so that you can enjoy yourself and, you know, capitalize on your time, doing things that you love. You know, sometimes, especially when you retire, it can feel a little bit disorientating because time is now different, and you've got more time on your hands to do things that you love. It is your time to enjoy, but at the same time, you may need to constantly stimulate that wonderful brain of yours and do exciting things, or, you know, even poodle around the house and, you know, do some DIY or do some gardening, whatever it is. You know, I feel adventure also with the Knight of Wands. You're not just stuck doing gardening. I definitely see that you'll be opening yourself up to a lot more exciting things, adventures, maybe even travel. But I feel this is really about looking at your time and not wanting to waste it, okay, with the Emperor energy. Now, of course, this is the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. They're indicating here the Emperor and the Seven of Wands with the Six of Wands. There's something that you have been avoiding, walking away from, and it's not good for you, whatever this is, okay? Now, it could be a food substance. It could be that you like, I don't know, something that really makes you feel bloated and lethargic, or brings you out in a rash, or you're intolerant to it. Some of you may be tempted to, you know, have a little bit of it from time to time. I mean, a little bit of what you fancy is great, but if you're overloading on it, perhaps it's robbing you of your power or your energy. So I definitely see that you may have resisted it for some time, but I definitely see you cutting it out in the month of June. The same with any relationships where people try to control you or try to monopolize your time, or even abuse their power over a situation. I definitely see that you're walking away from that. Also, people who constantly like either make plans and then blow you out last minute, or I feel like you're just looking at time in a different way this month. Like, time is so precious. Don't waste my time. I'm really getting this sense that you're not wasting any time. Now, also the Emperor energy, by the end of the month, it will turn in the upright, which means you're in a very powerful position. And this is a very successful position as well. Some of you may seek somebody who is in authority to get some really good advice on it, on something. Now, this could be advice on your career, or advice on retirement, or even advice on places to travel to. I definitely see some of you may be looking at your finances as well and being a little bit stricter, and maybe even trying to find alternative ways to create more money. So I definitely see some of you setting up an entrepreneurship, setting up your own business, or even looking at different ways of investing in order to bring more fortune in, because I see you working smarter, not harder, okay? Also with the Emperor, we have the Empress here as well, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. There may be a relationship here that you've separated from, or had some time out from. I do see that you and this person, you could meet to have some sort of mediation or conversation, to be really honest with each other, to see if you can make it work, find a little bit more balance. Now, we do have Libra, Taurus, Aries energy as well coming through, as well as a little bit of fire, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. I've already said Aries, yeah. So it doesn't have to be sun, moon, or rising in those areas. This person could have placements in those areas. I do feel it's a really good opportunity to get clear on if you're heading in the same direction. And I do feel you could find a resolution this month as well with this situation. For those of you who are not in a relationship and you're looking for love, I definitely see that there's someone on the horizon. You meet this person at a place where it could be a sporting event, or you do something that requires a lot of your energy to, they give me the word support, so it could be if you support a team, or you're invited to something where you support a friend to do something. I mean, it could be that your friend is having a gallery opening and they want you to come along. They give you an invitation, invite you to support them. And I feel through that you meet somebody. Okay, so it could be an invitation to an event. It doesn't have to be a sporting event or an art event. an invitation to something to support a friend. And by extension, you meet someone new, okay? Now, we do have the Seven of Wands, okay, and the Six of Wands. And these are in resistance positions. So again, it's like you got it in the reverse. But remember, mid-month, they get turned into the upright. So you may have gone through some experiences recently where you felt they didn't go in your favor. You may have felt there was some rejections that went on there. You may have even thought about walking away from something that just either robs you of your power or is just, you're just feeling it's not right for you or your path. But I do feel they keep giving me the word invitation, invitation, invitation over and over and over again. So perhaps at this invitation, you're going to meet someone who offers you a new role or are going to offer you a solution to your, to the thing that you were thinking about giving up on. What I do see here is you not giving up on something, persevering and seeing the success for your perseverance. Okay. What they're giving me is it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. I mean, that sentence can mean, you know, that you're in it for the long haul, that you have a goal in mind, and whilst it will take your constant effort and sustained perseverance, it means you will reach your goal. But it could also literally mean that you are doing something for charity. Perhaps you are training for a marathon, or maybe your friend is. There's something about, I mean, sprint and marathon. I'm not sure how else to decode that, okay? Seven Wands indicates you're at your personal best. So if you are offered a promotion or raise or a position of authority, or even if you're thinking about setting up your own business and becoming an entrepreneur, you are ready. Okay, you are ready. You've got everything you need to make it happen. You're intelligent. You got the Emperor there. You got the Empress as well. So you're very talented. You're very gifted, and you're really good at what you do. And you're creative. Okay, so I feel like the time is now and you will be ready. Claim your glory. The Six of Wands tells me that towards the end of the month, there's some really great news and you will be recognized for what you do. Also, not just on like a career level, but also in a family unit level. I feel like people appreciate all the effort that you put into relationships and how you give your time and your generosity to people. You're always willing to go above and beyond. Now, the Six of Wands also can indicate this is a time of accomplishment and triumph. So whatever goals you have in mind, you will be successful. You will reach your target. Okay. And they keep giving me some sort of good news coming on in. Now, I'm just going to pull a quick card on that Six of Wands for you, because it can indicate that you are influencing your circumstances, but you're allowing yourself to shine. Okay, you are stepping into the limelight or the spotlight this month, and you're going to shine in your unique way, but you don't tend to like being in the spotlight. So it may feel alien to you, but it's going to be rewarding. And it's interesting because when you shine your light, sometimes you give permission to other people to find their way as well. So if you've been searching for direction, I definitely see you more focused this month and being on the right path. Eight of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Swords is really about cutting out anything that is not emotionally fulfilling for you. You've been on a bit of a journey of discovery and you're looking to the future. You're visualizing a future that you desire. Also, the Queen of Swords indicates you are self-sufficient, you're turning your back to the past, and you are leading with honesty. You're being direct and you're getting really organized this month. Eight of Cups, anything that drains you, you're walking away from it. If it doesn't bring satisfaction, you're releasing it. Also with the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Wands, some of you may be taking a quick trip or a little vacation somewhere to travel so you can get clear on your thoughts and really, you know, get organized on where you want to go. The Eight of Cups can also indicate a restart in some area of your life. So whether it's a new project, a new idea, or you're literally taking yourself to a new company, or, you know, starting up on your own, venturing forward and being bold, this change in direction is going to be really great for you. If you feel like you've been in a transitionary period, you're going through as I said, a deeper discovery of self, and you are seeing beyond the superficial. I feel like you're assessing where you've been, where you are right now, and where you want to go, okay? And you're being really direct. when you be direct with the universe, anyone who walks away on the Eight of Cups, they walk straight into the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. So I feel like you are adjusting your path to bring more happiness, more spontaneity in. And I feel like having the courage of your convictions, you're going to be right on target. Okay. Now we got the Courage card. This is an interesting card. It's a strength card, of course. So that does mean that you're being very self-disciplined this month. There's something that you want to focus on, but you may also, you know, be a little bit more focused on health during this month as well, and self-care, implementing healthier boundaries. I just get this sense that it's almost like you're recharging your batteries and gearing up for a monumental change in your life. Okay. And they're actually giving me a song right now as well. Oh, this song has come up before. When the going gets tough. Okay, the next bit should be the tough get going, but they've just given me that part, and then they've gone into another part, which is I can climb any mountain. You did get the mountain there. So maybe this is like a little pep talk to yourself, you know, when things get difficult, you thrive under pressure, and you know, it shouldn't have to be that way, but it gives you a kickstart to get things going. I feel like you will definitely be managing stress levels this month, but you're going to be so streamlined, so focused, and whatever you're dealing with, there's going to be positive developments, okay? Whatever you're planning, it's going to work out in your favor. Keep your eye on the prize, okay? You may even hear that song over the next 6 weeks. It indicates that, you know, you will remove any obstacle and you will get what you desire. You're heading in the right direction. Now we also have the Hierophant, okay, partnered with the Six of Wands. You're definitely being noticed by people in high places. I feel like you are heading on up in your career for sure. And if you're entering into your own business, or you have your own business already, I definitely see that you will be very successful, and you are a pro at what you do, and people in your industry will notice you. Also with the Hierophant, I really feel that you are connecting to your higher self this month, and you know, you are looking at the traditions in your life, and I feel like there's something it's connected to food, okay, because they show me the stomach area. There's a traditional dish that you've been yearning to make. You may have set an intention that you're going to make it, okay, and this may be something that you decided in May, like, okay, this is the traditional dish that I used to have as a child, or this is a traditional dish that I had that's part of my culture. I feel like you're going out of your way to make it in the month of June, and it may be that you're inviting people over for it, or maybe it's just something that you are having for yourself. It's a really special moment is what they're showing me. Wow. Sorry, this wave of emotion just like hit me, because they're showing me that you creating this dish that is connected to your heritage or your culture is connecting you directly to your ancestors who made it before, and before that, and before that. And I've got true chills. It's almost like this sudden realization of everybody who came before you, and how you stand on their shoulders, and how they're raising you up and they walk by your side, even through the difficult moments. And they're actually indicating, and it's a bit like that poem, The Footsteps. In difficult moments, your ancestors, they don't just walk by your side, they carry you, okay? So they want you to be aware that they are with you. And I'm sending you loads of love and hugs as well. If this has been a difficult time, if you've been searching for direction, or if you've been knowing which direction you want to go in, but just things feel very confusing or clouded, or, you know, the journey just seems unending and very long, they're showing me that you're very close to reaching a goal, and not to give up on something. You will get there, okay? Have faith in yourself and in your abilities. Have confidence in yourself. You are enough, okay? Also, they want to indicate that if you've been neglecting your own needs, now is the time to get back into self-care, okay? Especially your health, okay? They're showing me food, so obviously it's about diet, okay? So you don't need me to teach you how to run your life. I'm not here to do that, but they're just mentioning it, so I've got to mention it there. Some of you may also feel compelled to learn new skills this month. You may pick up a hobby, or you may even pick up you know, some sort of skill online. You may put an online course, learn a language, because we got the Ace of Swords there. They're really highlighting that to me right now. Some of you may have thought, you know what, I want to learn a language, or I want to learn more about a language that I used to learn many years ago. You may reconnect to things. So the Empress energy really is about you stepping into your power and recognizing that you are a very attractive being. Okay, it's not normally about aesthetics in my reading, but I definitely see that you will notice a lot more people turning heads and noticing you, that you are very attractive. Again, male or female, it's not a gender-specific reading, but this is about enjoying who you are, body, mind, and soul. You are you, and you cannot be anybody else, and that is your superpower. You are unique. Remember, the snowflake is there for a reason, to remind you of your individuality. Also, the Empress card is really about nurturing yourself, and that there is a new version of yourself. You are changed by the experiences that you've witnessed or had over the years, and you are finding confidence in the decisions you're making, and I feel like you will look back on this month very satisfied. A little bit more creative and productive than usual. You will be on the go, but that's why it's important to make sure that you nourish yourself, and that's body, mind, and soul. But this card reminds you that you have many possibilities to manifest whatever it is you've already been working towards, because the Empress is all about, nurturing seeds or ideas to term. You've got the Ace of Swords there, the start, the idea of something, and the Empress energy indicates the success and the abundance that will come from whatever it is you're turning your hand to at the moment. Now, some of you, if you've been struggling to have a child, for example, I do see you could have a breakthrough in June, and you may hear some good news, and some of you may even hear of someone being pregnant as well in the month of June. Also, if you're a parent, I want you to be aware that, well, I think you're already aware, it's a tough job. We all know it's a tough job, but I feel that you're going to get some level of recognition and appreciation from your family, from your children, okay? If they're old enough to talk, they're going to say it, and if not, you're going to feel it, you're going to see it, okay? You're doing a really good job. It's a tough job to be in charge, or to be guiding, shall we say, not in charge, nobody's in charge, to be guiding the next generation, and I definitely see that you're breaking patterns that perhaps you have witnessed or experienced in your own life. And I feel like you're loving, kind, generous, and very intelligent as well. I see you nurturing them to stand on their own 2 feet and to make really great choices in their life and become, I see them becoming very great figures in the world going forward as well. Now, we do have a Knight of Wands to end on, and this is a little bit more spontaneity, a little bit more fun happening in your month. I definitely see here that you're having the courage to make the changes necessary to make sure that you're bringing more happiness and that you're on the right path. But the Knight of Wands really is a desire for a new adventure, okay? You're unstoppable in your spirit, and you are trusting in your visions. You're manifesting in many forms, and when you get the Knight of Wands, it really indicates that you've got that go-getting spirit to get stuff done, and you're going to have fun along the way. Explore all your options, okay? Definitely some travel plans, either a quick trip or making some travel plans at the end of the month for later on in the year. I feel like you're very innovative, so any ideas you have, they will, really be quite exciting for you. And I mean, this is a card of the entrepreneur. So definitely, if you're setting up a second stream of income, because we've got the Two of Pentacles there, make sure you don't spread your energy thin, that you burn yourself out. But I definitely see that anything you turn your hand to will be very lucrative. I do see you've got many fingers in many pies. Some of you, it may be real estate that you're going into. You may even think about renting a space in your home, or, really capitalizing on things. I see you putting yourself in a very good position financially, but it's more about you being very creative this month and doing more things that you love. Also, they're indicating get out into nature. Okay, get out into nature. You will find peace of mind in nature. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I'm just going to close your reading. Anything more, my beautiful Virgos need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What do they? I think they want that card. Okay. They just said 3 is the magic number, so I'm guessing they just want 3. Now, actually, they're showing me a pool table in the water. Okay, now either you're listening to me as you're playing pool. That'd be really cool. I feel energetically they're trying to give me that you're lining things up strategically, and you're completing one task or one thing after another, the next and the next and the next, till you reach your goal. And it requires your focus and your precision, and you're going to be right on track, okay? Also, I feel like your energy is going to be far-reaching this month in order to get stuff done. But you may be looking at life like a strategy. I mean, I would always think strategy is like a chess game, but they're actually showing me a pool table. So, I mean, It may be relevant in some way. I mean, it could mean that you're about to meet someone who's going to be very relevant in your world, and you meet by a pool table, or you're going on a date and the date suggests going for a game of pool. I'm not really sure how to decode that energy, but it may be relevant, so watch out for that. We do have dreaming. Okay, and it says here, pay attention to your dreams, see beyond the present reality, pursue your dreams. So definitely don't give up. You're going to make a breakthrough in the month of June, and they're going to give you a sign. I feel like it's a snowflake, actually. They're going to give you a sign that you'll be so glad you didn't give up on something. Okay, there will be a reward here for you. Good news. It says position of power, high status, something or someone majestic, an air of superiority. So I definitely saw you stepping into leadership roles or roles with more responsibility, more money. There's definitely some sort of promotion available here for you this month if you're looking for it. And as you can see, everything there is golden. So I do feel there is a wonderful golden opportunity there for you. And finally, we have harmony. This is the most important, peace of mind, you know. Don't let anyone live rent-free in your head that isn't causing harmony. Discovering harmony within harmonious relationships and living peacefully. Okay, so as I said, I think someone returns to your life and gives the olive branch this month. Not the person who's very, very stubborn. I want you to be clear on that. That person will take a long time to see that they're wasting time by holding a grudge or whatever it is that they're doing. I just keep getting the energy of them digging their heels in on something. So, but they will come round. Okay. So, I mean, look at these pyramids. Normally, I mean, pyramids, mountains, these ones are appearing really tiny. So I feel like you're overcoming obstacles and bringing a lot more peace into your world. And a lot more abundance, reward, and good news comes for you after the 18th, okay? So just going to get some runes before we close. Okay, so they have given me the rune, which is the ox, okay? And it's upside down, it's in reverse. So this can indicate that you've had a lot of low energy recently, that you have a need to get more organized, but in the month of June, you'll absolutely do that. Okay, so I definitely see, also, if you've been waiting a long time for a promotion or raise, there has been a delay for a reason, because the right circumstances are lining up for you, but it is in the works, it is going to occur, okay? Loving this rune. We got the cattle rune, which is all about wealth, okay? I want people to know, I'm not saying ruin like R-U-I-N, I'm saying rune, but because of the way I say it, it does sound like I'm saying ruin. I've listened to the videos back myself, and I'm like, I'm literally saying rune, R-U-N-E. But anyway, maybe it doesn't carry so well over the microphone, I'm not sure. But this is a rune of wealth, okay, and prosperity and financial gain, good luck and reward, and putting you in a very powerful position. And finally, we have, it's so interesting, Libra got the same rune as well, ice, which really connects to your snowflake. Okay, so this indicates stagnant situations thawing out. Any energy loss that you've had, you will identify what has been draining your energy, whether that's a person, a situation, or food, whatever it is, you will focus on it and you will separate from it. Also, you know, if you've been going through a separation period, I feel like it's a cooling off period. You may have, I see both of you coming together to have a really honest discussion. And if you feel like you want to separate from someone because they're not bringing a healthy energy into your life, then this is definitely a month to be doing that as well, to protect your energy. So anything that's been frozen and you felt was not working in your favor, I feel it starts to thaw out, warm up, and it's a lot more positive, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Virgo. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Virgo, and love and light.